What's up fam, this is Shegun from P3D, and in today's tutorial we are going to be making this simple texture transition animation in Blender. Before we go on though, I would just like to thank everyone that has helped us reach 100 subscribers so far. Thank you for your likes and your comments, and let's keep blending. Alright, so the idea for this tutorial came from a tutorial I watched on YouTube on this channel. It's called the Blendy Render. I think you should check it out. It's very unique, and that's what we'll be doing today. So make sure you check out his channel. I'm going to link it in the description. Alright, so what I've done is I've modeled this Samsung S24 Ultra for this tutorial. So if I come to my viewport shading here, you can see I've added this simple material. So if I just drag up my timeline here, what I'll do is I'm just going to change this to the shader editor. Before we go on though, make sure that in your edit preferences add-on you have the node wrangler enabled, because it's going to be important to what we are doing, so make sure it's checked. You can see that I've given this phone a simple material, so I've given it like a soldier green sort of material, a metallic value of 1, and then a roughness of this value. So what we want is like a simple texture transition, and to do that what we're going to do is let me drag this up again to optimize my space. What I'll do is I'm just going to select this principled BSDF node, and I'm just going to press Shift D and then just bring it up like this. Then for this one I want to make it a different color. You can make it something that is totally different and gives a contrast. Then I'm going to shift click on the second principled BSDF, and I'm going to press Ctrl 0. Ctrl 0 is going to add in a mix shader. So what this mix shader is doing is that it's taking the values of this shader and this one, and then trying to bring it close to each other. So you can see now that it's at 0.05, 0.5 rather. So if I take it to 0 for instance, I'm going to get the full value of whatever is in this principled BSDF, and if I take it to 1, I'm going to get the value of whatever I have here. So let's just leave the fact, we're not going to be needing it now. So what I'll do is I'm just going to press Shift A, and I'm just going to add in a gradient texture. So what we want is that we want to use the gradient to drive our transition. So if I press Ctrl Shift click on this, you can see that the gradient texture is just moving like from black to white, and then if I just select it and press Ctrl T to map this, so if I move this on the X value, you can see it's going from full black to full white. So let's just leave that for now. Let me just grab these two and move them up. Then what I'll do next is I'm just going to press Shift A, and then I'm going to add in a color ramp. I'm going to be using the color ramp to drive the black and white values. So if I press Ctrl Shift click on this, I'm just going to bring the black to something like this. And then for the white, I'm going to bring it somewhere around here. I'm just going to bring it close to the white, which is nice. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press Shift A, and then we're going to be using a, because if we just use the gradient alone like this, it's just going to be going from simple white to black. But we're going to be using a texture, so I'm going to be using a Musgrave texture. Then what I will do is if I press Ctrl Shift click on this, you can see this is how the Musgrave texture looks like. Then I think I'm just going to leave it at a scale of 5 or maybe like 4.7. Then I'm going to increase the detail, and then maybe the dimension I'm going to like reduce it a bit, something like this is good. Then for the lacularity, I really don't know what that does, so I'm just going to leave it at 2. So you can see we're going to be using this Musgrave texture to like drive between the black and white values. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to press Shift A and add in a matte node. So I'm just going to place that here. Then what I want is if I select the matte node and then shift click on this gradient texture again, I'm just going to press Ctrl 0 to add in a mix node here. I'm going to change this from mix to color burn. What the color burn will do is that it's just going to from the black to white value, it's just going to like burn it off. I don't know how best to explain. That's just how I can explain it. Like just going to erase the white values. Alright, so what we want is if I just Ctrl Shift click on this, you can see this fag value now. If I go from 0 to 1, I want it to be like from 0 it should be full white, and then when I get to 1 it should be full black, not this right here. So what I'll do is I'm just going to take it to 0 first, and then I'm going to on the X with the mapping, I'm just going to make it full white. So yeah, something like this. Let me check that out. Let's see that. Okay, full white. Then let's see, I'm just checking. Yeah, it's good. Then when I get to a value of 1, what I want is I'm just going to come to this math node here, and I'm just going to like reduce the value till I have something that is full black. So I'm just going to check that around like 0.76. Yeah, I think from 0.76 you're going to have full black. So again, if I play this now, you can see just going from white to black, and then you can see that texture in between. So if I just move that along, you have this. Then maybe what I'll do is maybe somewhere around here I can just increase the scale a bit just to make it more detailed and everything. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So what we'll be doing is that we're just going to be animating this factor value of this. So if I just select the color of the color ramp here and connect this to the fact value, and then if I just control shift click on the mix shader, this is what we're going to have. So you can see the fact moves from 0 to 1. So you can see that texture transition right there, which is very cool. So yeah, so let's just quickly add in some background to this. So what I'll do is I'm just going to press shift S, cursor to world origin, then I'm going to press this, and then maybe I'll just press Alt G to bring it here. Then let's press GZ to move it up like this, and let's add in a plane. I'm just going to press shift A. I'm going to add in a plane, scale it maybe like 9 times. It really doesn't matter, just scale it till it covers the scene. Alright, so what I'll do is I'm going to tab into edit mode, press 2 to select edge, and then what I'll do is I'm just going to press EZ to extrude that up. Then I'm just going to press Ctrl B to bevel, and then I'm going to increase the number of segments. Then I'm going to shade auto smooth. Nice. Then for the color, then I'm just going to use something that is like a blue background, and then turn the roughness to 1. Then maybe you just bring it down below this. So let's add in a camera to our scene now. I'm looking at the phone. Let's see. I want it to be somewhere here because we're going to be doing a bit of a little animation. And maybe I'll just press shift A now, camera. Then I'm just going to press Ctrl Alt number pad 0 to bring it to this view. Maybe bring it down a bit. Then maybe GZZ to just zoom it in like that, which is nice. Alright, so what next? We can animate this now. So if I just drag up and then change this to my timeline, what we want to do is that we want to animate this factor value right here. So what I want is for the start and end, I want this to end like on frame 70 or 96. Let's make like 4 seconds, because if you make it too fast, you're not going to be able to see that transition that is just moving from here to here like this. So what I want is I'm going to select this color bond node. Make sure you're selecting the node that has the value you want to animate so that you can see it in your timeline. For the factor, I'm just going to press I for the first one on 0. Then when I get like frame 96, I'm going to make it 1. Then I'm going to press I again. So if you play this now, yeah, you can just see it having that texture transition like that. So that is nice. I think like we can still play with the value of this. Maybe make this 5 instead of 12. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, just going, maybe adding more detail like 25, and boom. All right, that's too much. I'll keep it at 15. Keep it at 15. So let's play this now. Yeah, that's not bad at all. So we can even add more details. You can render this with Eevee now, just with this setup, but if we're going to do the next step, you are going to have to use cycles. I'm just going to press shift A and add in a displacement, so vector displacement. And what we want is I'm just going to connect the value of this displacement to the displacement right here, and I'm just going to connect to the displacement right here, and I'm going to connect the color value into the height. So you have this. Then in my material right here, I'm going to change this in the settings. I'm going to change this from displacement, from bump only. I'm going to change it to displacement and bump. Then if I go to my render view, you can see it is way too much. I'm just going to change this to like 0.01. So the displacement is just going to add in more detail. So if I zoom in here, you can see it's just going to give it more detail right there, which is what we want. Then yeah, that's pretty much it. Then for the word, I'm using an HDRI to light my scene for the lighting. So it's called Abandoned Sleepway. You can get it on HDRI Avin, and then just use this node setup right here to have something similar to what I have. So yeah, that's just it. So for the animation, let's just go to our object mode. What I want to do now is maybe for the camera, maybe I'll just move up my camera a bit like this. Then I'm going to press Shift A and add in an empty. I'm going to add in an empty sphere. Then I'm going to press GZ to move it up, scale it a bit, and then I'm going to select the phone, Shift click on the sphere last, Control P, object keep transform. So anywhere the empty goes, the phone follows. So we're going to be animating this. I'm just going to turn on auto keying. Then I'm just going to press RR. Maybe you want it to start somewhere like this side. Just trying to get a perfect angle. Okay, let's do that again. Yeah, maybe somewhere here. And I'm just going to click that so you can see that the auto keying has given it a keyframe. Then maybe like on frame 96, I'm just going to press RR again and then just move it somewhere here. So yeah, so we have this simple animation. It's just sliding through like that. We can just edit it a bit in our graph editor. So I'm just going to press Control Tab. I'm going to press Home. Then just come right here in your pivot point, change it to individual centers. Then you can just maybe just press S to scale this based on whatever you want. So maybe I'll just bring it somewhere around here. Then if you place now, and boom, so it just goes like that. So looking through in our cycles, yes, let me just press Control Tab to go back to the timeline. This is what we have. So yes, that was pretty much how the animation was done. If you found this tutorial helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, if you have any tutorial you'd like me to do, let me know in the comment section. Thank you and bye for now.